Happy Monday, friends. It is the end of September, which feels insane. That light is really annoying. I'm gonna try to stand like this for a second. Feels insane. Like it feels like insane for this month, insane for this year that we're walking out of September. Just literally insane. So if you feel that with me, let me know that I'm not alone. We are going to start by doing something really, really fun, something we haven't done in a while. And this is like totally open floor, welcoming place. I want you, if you are at a place and willing to unmute, then absolutely unmute and chat. If not, if you want to drop it in the chat, that is totally fine too. But tell us why you love Plexus. Like, what has it done for you? Why are you, if you're just getting started, why are you just getting started? If you've been here a minute, what keeps you coming back? What is something that you love about Plexus? I'll go ahead and go first while you're thinking because I feel like we just kind of sprung this. Mine right now is 100% that we have very few and far between sicknesses in our house with all of our kids. We spent the last week, I had a kid drop in almost every 48 hours. And by the end of it, I went down because I was so wore down. And I'm so grateful that that's not our normal story. That's not how we have to live. That happens maybe twice a year, and we are through with it for the fall season. In the name of Jesus, I am swearing it off of our house and all of your houses just because it was a rough week to say the least. So if anybody want to unmute and share yours? Haley put in the chat that it boosts her energy and overall makes her feel less gross. I love it. And I feel like that is so real, raw, and so true. Yes, here for the healthy. Who else? Why do you love Plexus, or why did you start? Are you still here for the same reason that you started? When you started? If you just started, why did you just start?
Can unmute if no one else is going to. Obviously things have definitely changed since I started, you guys, 11 and a half years ago. 11 and a half years ago, we have been here. And I literally started the products seriously, strictly for vanity. If you've ever heard my story, I just wanted to lose 10 to 12 to 15 pounds. And what I have found with this is the products work, and I knew nothing about gut health when I started. Because again, I was just looking for weight loss, and I had tried everything out there on the market other than literally because I was exercising a lot then. So I literally tried everything just to help. So the gut health was the key that helped with that. And then why I'm still here for sure is because of this company, because of the leadership, because of the community, because of, I mean, the paychecks are great. I would do it. The trips are great. I would do it without all of that stuff. If they did not pay us as well as they did, um, reward us as well as they do, but it's the fact that our executives stand behind everything that they say and do. If it's not beneficial for us as brand ambassadors and VIP customers, then they will not do it for this company. And so them having um, us in the foresight of exactly what they're going to do moving forward is huge. And that with companies popping up here and there and then they're gone, it says a lot that this is a 17-year-old company and we are still doing amazing things.
I'll say mine. I got started because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and that was with one kiddo at 6 months old. Without Plexus, I would have never even thought about having four kiddos. I just wouldn't have been able to keep up with being a teacher and my own kids at home. So it definitely changed our family tremendously. Like, I can't even imagine trying to keep up with them and the way I used to feel.
I think for me, it's not just the gut health and the daily nutrition and the vitamins. I think it's the variety of products that Plexus keeps expanding with and letting us kind of figure out how it works in each of us and not just one specific realm, I guess. So we really have loved the products and the business in our house because of that and for all that it can kind of do for a lot of different people.
It's so good. Kristen put in the chat, just trying to be her healthiest self. And I love that. Like really, that's the basis, the core of what it comes down to, because when you are your healthiest, you can serve others better, you can serve the family better. Like it just like that is the core. I love that so much. Anybody else? Lacey said currently loving not having to deal with allergies, especially with harvest starting. Yeah, it's like harvest time. It was like fields completely picked on our way home today.
Okay, does anybody have anything else that they want to in the chat or unmute? If you do, go ahead and just drop it in the chat if you want to. We want to be very respectful of your time. But we had an amazing event this past weekend, and there are a couple of us that were at that event that I would love to have share. Lacey, are you able to, do you want to go ahead and go first, just in case you do get a phone call? Yes. You guys literally, sorry, Lace. Kayla just dropped in the chat. Loving not having to take stool softeners and Miralax anymore. You guys, literally, I was on the phone this afternoon with someone that I was getting restarted. And I said, you know, how have things been going? We unfortunately had not talked for over 6 months. So I was able to clear her out of the system and get her restarted. And I said, you know, just tell me how things have been. She's someone who actually I have known for years. She actually graduated with my oldest sister. So she's, I say my oldest sister, so she's Woody's age. um, but anyway, someone that I have known for years, and she said, I just have to be honest with you. She said, I did stop taking the products because I thought they weren't working. And she said, going to the bathroom is something that I never even put together. But she said, 2 years ago, she had her first 2 year, I think it was 2 years ago. Maybe it was a little bit more than that. She had her first colonoscopy, and she had polyps removed. And it was more than 2 years ago because then she got started on the products and everything was moving well. And then a year and a half ago, then she had her last colonoscopy and she had zero polyps, zero. And her doctors are like, you know, you're doing great. So we got her restarted with the specials that are going on right now. And she is so, so excited. So sorry, Lacey, to interrupt you. Go ahead and take it away. Something that you loved from this last weekend.
Just like I feel like every single in-person event that we have, it's just being in the room and the conversations that are had that otherwise would not be had if I wasn't there. Just like being able to get into deeper conversations with people, hearing the heart of corporate, especially since we had somebody from corporate, just knowing how loved we truly are, because that's not how it always is at every other place, especially like in the hospital, or if you work an office job, or if you're a teacher, like you just don't really necessarily get treated as well as you do here. So my suggestion, like always, is to always, always, always find a way to be in the room, whether it is in a big room, in a living room, if it's on a front porch with somebody, just get in the room.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Micah, do you have a quick second to share from this weekend?
Yes. Okay. So I think for me, like kind of along the lines of what Lacey said, is just being in the room, and especially I haven't gone to a ton of corporate events. So it's just good just to see kind of people that were not around all the time and just get to hear stories. And even some of those stories I've heard several times, but just getting to hear them again, it's kind of rejuvenating and it kind of relights my fire when I kind of feel burnt out. So it's just good to be around all of them and just to be re-inspired, I feel like every single time.
Awesome. And Yvette, this was the first time that I have personally met Yvette, was this past weekend. Um, and I did get to spend some extra time with her, and her heart and her background from the company. She is the director of field development. So she is over all of our coaches, you guys. So she is looking out for the best as to the people that after you hit a certain rank that you are able to have extra coaching from corporate. And she is the one who oversees all of that to make sure that how that's going is really to the best of the best, quite honestly. Her hearing her story and her background, how she started, where she came from, and then to have her sit there and tell us that she is so excited for what is coming with Plexus and with our executives, with Alec and Taro leading from the front. It was just absolutely amazing. And I think Woody would agree that she was just so real and raw, I guess. And she is such a blessing to all of us. And I am so, so excited for what is to come with the company. And yeah, just so many things. Does anybody have any? Note to self, don't hit the mute button if you're still talking. Um, um, does anybody have any questions? There were more than 3 of us that just spoke that were at this event. There was actually, I think, about a total of 25 of us in the room. So it was a smaller group, but sometimes those are even better because I don't know, it's just so good. But yet big events also fill my soul too. So, but does anybody have any questions about the past event or anything else for anything in general? Okay, Kayla or Kristen, excuse me, asked, I do take other supplements. How would I know what to stop taking if I add more Plexus? That is a great question. Definitely need to go into more detail with your sponsor as to what exactly those supplements are, why you're taking them. As with any other medications that you are taking, being able to be in direct conversation with your sponsor so that they know your situation. I know when I started the products, um 11 and a half years ago, April 1st, 2014. It was not an April Fool's Day. Well, it was Fool's Day on me because I thought I was just doing it for weight loss, and we found so much more. But I was on Lexapro for anxiety, my mood swings and anxiety. And I was on half a Bactrim every day for recurrent bladder infections. Those were the 2 prescriptions that I was on. I was not taking any other supplements. Actually, that's a lie. I was taking, if you count as a supplement, 1 a day from Walmart. That was my multivitamin. And I think that's all I was taking at that point, if I recall correctly. You guys, if you ever look at the labels of 1 a day vitamins, good Lord, I cannot believe I was putting that in my body. It's junk. It's literally junk. So to be in contact with your people, I knew when I stopped my Bactrim that if I got a bladder infection, obviously that was not something, and this was after doing research of adding the ProBio 5 into my regimen. And the same goes for my Lexapro. Actually, Woody was going to let me know if I needed to go back on my Lexapro for my moods. And I have not touched either one of them since. So that's what I would recommend, Kristen, is that you definitely talk to your sponsor in a more in-depth conversation, because that's gonna take a hot second for you guys to figure out. Does anybody else have any other questions? Not anything. Okay. We're going to, if you do, you could drop them in the chat. We're going to go ahead and do a drawing, a surprise drawing for $10 for those of you that are on the call tonight. This was just a fun thing that we decided to do that none of you knew about before you got on. But before I do the drawing, I would just like to say, Vanessa, it is so nice to see your face. For those of you who do not know, Vanessa, our friend, is going through her second bout of cancer. First was leukemia, and now we are going through rectal cancer, and she's going through her treatments right now. And you look absolutely beautiful. I know you did not want to cut your hair off, but you look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
It was just, I was like, I might as well just cut it because it might fall out. So, but they said it may not this time. So we'll see. I'm doing good, really good, actually. It's my third week. So 3 more to go and then chemo in the port and we're done. Woo-hoo.
Yes, we
I'm
have
sorry
not.
I missed this weekend though.
I know.
I wished I could
I
have been
know.
there.
So this is the first thing that you have missed in years, I think, since you started. So we know that you wanted to be there. You were definitely there in spirit and definitely in our hearts. And that's why we sang in that video.
Yes, you guys made me cry, but that was a great video you sent me. Thank you.
Okay. Love you.
Love you all.
Okay. Anybody have anything else? My wheel just decided to disappear, so I have to remake my wheel. If you would be so kind to give me grace. Oh, and then you even get to be there with your grandkids. That is so fun. Okay. Hold on.
Yes, that's why I think that's why I'm so happy all the time. It's so fun every night. I get to see him.
They seem to do that to us.
Yes, they do.
Okay, hold on. I think I have everybody. 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spin. Apply. Don't go away. Okay. All right, so when your name is drawn, Cindy Bohati, you are the winner tonight. I don't know if you can see my phone, Cindy. So just send me your Venmo information and I will get that sent to you. Lexi, if you want to stop the recording. Don't fall. She's on her walking pad. She doesn't have Venmo.